I wanna love you in every kind of way. Hey, hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. What's going on, girlfriend? What's going on, girlfriend? What's going on, my friend? I say the same thing every day. I know y'all sick of me. I know y'all about sick of me, ain't y'all? I know y'all about to be sick of me. Make sure my doors is locked. Yeah. Okay. We gotta get all that lip gloss up out of these little things, right? I'm trying to get my joint out. See if I can. Okay. Let's see if I can get this out. We're headed home now, y'all. You gotta get your money's worth. These little lip gloss tubes, I love Elf. But when you get down to the bare essentials, get down to the nitty gritty, you got to dig in these bottles and get all that stuff out because you're gonna be wasting your money if you don't. You're gonna be wasting your money if you don't. I don't have no money to be wasting, honey. Yeah. Let me put my iPad away so I can take it in the house when I get there, so I don't have to come out back to the car. How y'all doing out there? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday evening. How y'all doing? We're doing our Thursday evening live stream. How's everybody feeling? Uh, uh. Yo, I just got out the grocery store. I got a couple little pieces of food, honey. I got some food. I didn't really get a lot of food. I didn't get any meats or anything, but I got some avocados. I'm gonna pick up some meat tomorrow when I go to BJ's. No, I'm gonna go to Sam's Club. I'm gonna get me some meat from there. I'm probably gonna get me some chicken legs, and I'll probably pick up some chicken legs and some chicken thighs. So I can make me some chicken with some rice and some vegetables. I really want to make curry chicken, but we're gonna do that another day. Hi everyone. Thanks for coming back, checking me out, y'all. I'm going home now, back to my transitional living home. If you guys don't know me, hi. I'm doing good today. I had a good day at work. I must say, I had a fabulous day. It was a dead day. Wasn't much going on at work, honey. Much of nothing was happening at the job. It was dead. There was no money generating through there. There was no money coming through there. Sign of the times that we are living in. People are not buying certain things. They're just trying to survive. Most of us out here are trying to live day to day. So I got some eggs. I got some avocados. I got the organic avocados. And they weren't that much. They weren't like overly expensive. Because them other big avocados, I didn't want those. 'Cause we all know about the GMOs, right? I didn't want those avocados. Those avocados were about big as my fist. Didn't want them. If I can get organic things damn near cheaper, I'm going to get the organic ones. But who knows? Who knows what we're eating today? Does any of us ever know? Like, the only time I'm going to be able to have my own garden is when I get my own house and I have my own thing where I can make have my own little vegetables and everything. But in the process, you have to survive. You got to eat something, right? We got to have something to eat. Yo, I'm out here ducking and dodging these damn potholes from these freaking snowplows. Y'all know when it snows and snowplows come through and tear up the road, honey. You're not gonna tear up my tires in the process. I'm not having that. We're not having such a thing. So I just got out of the shop, right? So now I'm headed back home. Wow, I said home. Can you guys believe that? I usually don't say home, but it's home for now. Did I do live this morning? Yeah, I did do live this morning. So y'all, after my live this morning, guess where I went? I went to Walmart. I parked the car and I went to sleep. I slept for like 20 minutes. I locked my doors. The heat was running for a little bit. Then I turned the heat off. And then I proceeded to sleep for about 20 or 30 minutes or whatever. Turned the car off, went to sleep. When I got chilly, I turned the car back on, heated it up a little bit more, and then went back to sleep. That's what we did. That's what we did. I got my sleep in this morning. I told y'all when I was on my way to work this morning, I was tired. And I did mention and let y'all know that I left early this morning. I left the house early this morning because I felt like it. So I did leave the house early this morning. I just didn't feel like staying late and having to see everybody get up. Everybody's trying to move and do what they got to do. I wanted to be out of the way this morning, so I left the house early. I just felt like being out of everybody's way. I didn't want to see anybody. No faces. I think I ran into two girls this morning. Before I was in the kitchen, one of the girls came out of her room and she came out to get a drink out of her refrigerator. And she went back to sleep because she has a daughter that lives there too. And her daughter had to go to school. So she got her kid up. And I always, of course, I always say good morning. I say, good morning. How are you today? You know, it's the respectful thing to do is speak to your neighbors. So I always speak to everybody when I get up. I always say hi. I mean, that's just kind of the norm. You normally speak to people, right? Isn't that what we normally do as human beings? We speak to others. Yeah. But I had a good day. I can't complain. I won't complain. It's a fire truck right there. Hello, Mr. Fireman. Those firefighters be some big dudes. They be like 300, 400 pounds. They be some big guys. I wonder where he's taking the fire truck. Maybe he's taking it to go get washed. What y'all think? I don't know. Maybe he's doing some training exercises or something. I got some Scrapple. Y'all know anything about Scrapple? Y'all should know something about Scrapple. I got some Scrapple. I got some avocados. I got 2 bags of the organic avocados. And they were like 4, 5 something. Not bad. Got those. I got some eggs. A dozen eggs. I got the Biscoff. Did y'all hear about that new viral Biscoff cheesecake viral, the Biscoff cookies and everything? So I got that. Hi, how you doing? Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? Happy Thursday, and thank you for coming by and checking me out, guys. I appreciate you. I just came from ShopRite. I got me some food. Not really a lot of food, but I got some. Did y'all hear about the Biscoff cheesecake, the viral cheesecake that's been like a big thing over like TikTok and all that social media? So I got the Biscoff cheesecake, no bake cheesecake thing, and that thing was like $10. So I got that. I didn't get the Biscoff cookies because they didn't have none in ShopRite. So I have to go to Walmart probably tomorrow to pick up those. And I got the Biscoff, that topping stuff. So I'm just gonna do this Biscoff thing once, okay? And I'm gonna see how I like it or whatever. I'm gonna bring some to work and see if anybody at work like it because I'm not gonna eat that all by myself. Unless I do this, I probably make some little cups of the Biscoff to see how I feel, see how I like it. Because they've been making it on YouTube, but they just make it like they make the whole thing out of the container. So they were putting like the cookies down into the container. They would stick the cookies in a container, and then they would take the Biscoff that like it looks like peanut butter. They would take that, they would heat it up, and then they would put the topping on top. So it's just a cheesecake thing, which is in a container. Then they have the cookies that you stick inside the cheesecake, no bake thing. You stick them in there, and then you put the Biscoff topping on it. I guess when it's all done. So you basically just sticking the cookies in the thing and putting it in the refrigerator for like 12 hours, for like a day. So I think I'm going to make it on, it's not really much making. I just got to stick the cookies inside the cream. So I love cheesecake. So we're going to see how what the phase is because they say it's good. So they say it's really good. So we're going to see what that's going to be hitting for y'all because I love me a nice little cheesecake or a sweet little, I love cheesecake. I love New York cheesecake. I love any kind of cheesecake, but we're gonna see how that's gonna go. I'm only gonna do it once because I know that's gonna be like so a lot of calories, right? But I'm not gonna eat the whole thing on my own. I'm trying to think of anybody at work that may want some. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anybody at work that may want any, but I'm excited to try that because I'm not gonna eat the whole thing on my own. But I'm trying to figure out if I make the cake, how long is it gonna last? maybe like a day or so. So I would say a day or two. But they say the cookies are supposed to get soft inside the cheesecake dip. So I can't wait to try that. I'm excited about that. I see it online when they make the stuff on TikTok and YouTube or whatever. It's the viral Biscoff. They have some where you can make like Oreo cookies. I'm not really interested in none of that, but I'm definitely interested in the cheesecake factor. So I love me a nice little cheesecake, honey. So I'm headed home. I'll eat for dinner tonight. Can't eat the avocados because the avocados are hard. They're not ripe. They're not ripe enough for me to eat them yet. But I was supposed to get some bananas. They didn't have no bananas there that I wanted to get. The like they was beat up, like they've been through, like the bananas at ShopRite just had a rough day. So we're not messing with the bananas. I'm not messing with the bananas. But happy Thursday, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I hope everybody had a great day. Did y'all go to work today? What's going on? Anybody go to school? Like, what is going on in your life? Let me know. If you guys are new here, just say hello. I used to be a person living in a shelter. I've been homeless for 2 years, and now I live in transitional. I keep saying traditional. I live in transitional housing right now. And it's a journey, honey. Living in transitional housing is definitely a journey, and it's definitely an experience. It's an experience. That's a nice car. I like how he got that little tricked out car right there, that Jeep. But living in transitional housing is definitely an experience. I've been living there now for over a month, and it's been quite the journey. I've been speaking about my experience here. I speak about my experience from being homeless. I lived in my car for a time in the summer of 2025. I stayed in my car for like 30 days. Then I went to a shelter. I got kicked out the shelter. I went to another shelter. The second shelter I was at, they only let me stay there for 60 days. So it depends on the shelter that you go to. But most shelters only support people that are collecting like welfare benefits. So I was working. So they just think that, if you work, you're supposed to just come up with the money to go find you an apartment. Like it's just that easy to do. So that was my story. That is my story. I stayed in my car in 2025. I think I did like 34 days inside my car, saved up some money. I lived in hotels. I did all of that. Hotel living is expensive. Like all this is expensive. If I could just break free from society and just go live in my car like full time and go south where it's warm at and survive and just continue to work and save my money and not give a landlord no more damn money, I would love to live that life. I would love to live nomadically on the road, being out the way, leaving corporate America in the dust. That's the life I would love to live. Just leave everything behind. But I can't do that right now, unfortunately. So I got to keep on going. I gotta keep on rolling. You gotta keep on going. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all all had a great Thursday afternoon. And tomorrow's Friday, and I really can't believe that it's Friday again. Like something is really going on with time. I was just talking to this girl at my job, and she was like, "Oh my God, I can't." She's younger, right? She's in her 20s, so she was like, "I can't believe time is going by so fast." So I was like, "So for you to be so young, and for me to be the age I am, do you feel like you in your 20s? Do you feel like time is going fast for you too?" So she said, "Yeah, she feels like time is going fast for her." So I thought the time that's going fast is only for like older people. But she was like, "No, it seems like it's going fast for me too." I said, "Oh, okay. So we are on the same page, okay." She said it's going by fast, but I can recall my 20s. When I was in my 20s, time was going by pretty slow. And I had to let her know. I said, "Listen, I don't mind getting older. I'm fine with aging. I'm fine with my gray hair sticking out. I'm okay and I'm comfortable with aging. I don't have no problem with that. I'm not trying to stop the aging clock because I don't want to be on this earth forever." Do any of y'all want to live forever? Like, if you could live forever, would you want to? Would you want to stay on earth forever and just continue to do the same crap that we've been doing every day? Do you want to live this life repeatedly over and over again? Or are you okay with being off, when it's your time, it's my time. I'm okay. If it's my time, it's my time. I'm fine with that. and I'm fine with aging. Because a lot of young kids at work, I hear them talking about, oh, that older lady said this, oh, she's just jealous. And I said, sis, listen, nobody that's older is jealous of some young 20-year-old. We've been there before. We've been there. We've done that. No one's jealous of a young little whippersnapper. You got to get to where we at, sweet pea. But yeah, no one's jealous of the young little whippersnappers, honey. We've all been there before. No rush in getting older. There's no rush. No rush at all in getting older. Roman Catholic. Hi. Hello. Hi, Tina. How you doing, sis? Jeffrey Fisher. What's going on? Happy Thursday to you as well. And you shot me out. Hello. How's everybody making out? Happy Thursday evening. I see I got 10 people watching me. Oh my God. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming back and supporting the channel. If you guys don't know me, I used to be a homeless single woman. I stayed in a homeless shelter for, I say, about 5 months. I stayed in my car. Now I'm in transitional housing, which is really just a house that people that come out of shelters can move into. And the rent is a little bit cheaper. That's the upside. The rent is cheaper where I'm at now. Because if I just made a choice to say, I'm gonna go back to the extended stay. I stayed in the extended stay before, but the extended stay was more expensive than where I'm at now. So I might as well stay where I'm at, because where I'm at is the cheapest I'm ever gonna find. You know what I mean? And I could stay there as long as I'm paying my rent, as long as I'm paying my dues and everything like that. But the only thing about transitional housing is just having to live around people that you probably don't want to be around, because you're going to be around a lot of like strange people, a lot of strangers. You know what I'm saying? So that's what transitional housing is. You have to live with roommates in big houses, and you pay per room. Like each room is a price on each room, and that's what you pay for. And of course, you bring your own food and you have your own refrigerator and all that stuff. But that's what transitional housing is. And I found it because I did a little Google search, and I found a house that needed roommates. And I was like, oh, this sounds good, you know? So I went with that, and I've been there for almost 2 months. I've been there over a month now, so it's been almost 2 months, and I'm okay. I got my own room, which I'm grateful for, because when I was in a shelter, of course, I was in a shelter, and it was like 6 girls to one room. So it was like 6 girls in one room. And it was kind of hell to pay. When you have to live with strangers, like strange people from off the streets that you don't know, it can be rough. It can be rough. So, but where I'm at now is definitely better than the shelter, I could say. Because, I always tell my stories about the shelter. You guys can go back in the playlist if you want to watch the backstory of where I came from before I got into transitional housing. The summer of 2025, summer 2025 was rough for me because I did stay in my car. I stayed in my car for like 34 days. And it was hard because it was so hot. But at nighttime, I just parked the car somewhere, and I had my blankets. I had my little setup back there. So I stayed in my car. In the summertime, in the middle of the night, it used to be 75 degrees in my car. It used to be hot, right? But I couldn't put my windows down because guess what? The mosquitoes were coming in. The mosquitoes will come in and bite me all night, on my face, on my nose. So I had to keep my windows up. So I told y'all this summer I'm going to order me some nets, some window nets for my car, because they make window nets on Amazon. Like the soccer moms and the parents that have kids that play sports. You can order these window nets and just sit in your car and watch your kids play sports. So I can order some window nets, which I'm going to order the nets for my car. That way, I'm going to spend some nights in my car, because where I live, I'm supposed to be there every night. But they do say, hey, you can stay out 3 nights a week. You can stay out the house 3 nights a week if you want to go stay with your family, your boyfriend, whoever you want to go spend time with your family or whatever. You can stay out of the house up to 3 nights a week. But them other days, you have to occupy that room, because if you're not occupying your room, that means that you have somewhere to stay, and that means you can't stay here no more. So they do give you like a pass that you can stay out weekly, at least 3 nights, which is nice. And so I'm going to take advantage of that. And what I'm going to do is when the springtime comes and it gets nice and it's not too hot, I'm gonna stay in my car for 3 nights. I'm gonna go away. I'm just let everybody know, hey, I'm gonna go away for a couple days. Preferably my 2 days. I don't know if I want to go my 2 days off because I don't know if I want to stay in my car on my days off. I'll probably want to sleep in my bed, but I want to do van life on my days off and just, get away. Get away. Get out the house. Get away from everybody because I see these girls every day. I don't see them all the time because I'm not there because I work full time. So, but I don't want to be sitting up in no women's face. I'm not the social butterfly like that. I usually just work and go to my room. Sometimes you might catch me in the kitchen making some noodles or something, but I'm not the social butterfly. So I'm not really the type of person that needs the entertainment of another person. Like I'm not social like that. But I will say, hi, how you doing today? Good morning or whatever. I don't really be talking. So, and I'm an introvert anyway. So sometimes I be in that house on my days off. I be in the room all day. I only come out if I'm going to the bathroom or if I'm making me something to eat. So I'm not really like a social butterfly like that. So, and I noticed they noticed that. I mean, some people are not. Some people they come out and they sit in the living room and they just be chit chatting all day. I don't care to chit chat. That's just me. I'm an introvert. If it's somebody I know, it's different. If it's someone I know and I have a relationship with that person already, it's a little bit different. But in these type of houses like this, it's a lot of people that be trying to get into your business. They trying to see who you are. You know what I'm saying? People try to dig, and I already know they try to look me up on social media. I'm sure they found my Facebook and all that stuff. I already know they did that because that's what women do. Because they do the same thing at work. They try to find you on social media. Like, oh, I couldn't find you on social media. I said, oh yeah, you couldn't find me for sure because I blocked you already. I blocked you. Of course you couldn't find me. But that's what they do. They try to find you on social media and see what they can find on there. You know what I mean? But girl, I don't be in there. I don't be stunting it. We not stunting it. That's why when I start a new job, the first thing I do is find the people because I know they're gonna be looking for me. So if you're trying to look for me on social media, I know I don't give them the time of day. I'm trying to avoid these freaking potholes out here, honey. Because these potholes will tear your car up, darling. You gotta keep on going. I wish they had a little. I wish they had some bodegas that you can go out and get like a cheesecake or like a fish sandwich. Not a cheesecake, but a cheesesteak. You know them little bodegas they have in New York. I wish they had some of those around. You gotta keep on going. You gotta keep on rolling. You gotta keep on going. I'm trying to avoid these damn potholes. It's one thing I can't stand is a deep old pothole. Tear your freaking car up, honey. Uh, but I hope everybody's going to have an amazing day, honey. Hope y'all all had a good day. I had a good day. Girl came in from school. She came in at 5. I don't like what they're doing with the schedule. It's a lot of little young girls that's in college, so they coming in late and all that old stuff. So the schedule's kind of a little bit to the left. I don't like the schedule, but she was saying, oh, I might have to transfer and go somewhere else to work somewhere. I said, well, you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got to do, my dear. She was saying that she might have to transfer into another, like work in another field, like working within the company, go somewhere else due to her hours. I said, well, sis, you got to do what you got to do, honey. You gotta keep on rolling. You gotta keep on going. So I gotta get the Biscoff cookies, which I probably won't really pick those up until tomorrow. I know I can get them from Walmart for probably like $3 or $4, so they're fairly cheap. But the no bake cheesecake thing, man, that stuff was like $10. It was expensive, but this is only gonna be a one shot deal for me. So I can't see myself buying the Biscoff stuff on the regular because number one, it ain't healthy for you, so it ain't gonna be something I'm gonna enjoy often, you know. Hey Tracy, how are you? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by. How was y'all day today? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you guys are new here, if you guys just found me on this live. I talk about my homeless journey. I live in transitional housing right now, and I've been living there for almost 2 months now. So that has been an experience for me. And I come on here and I talk about my experience and my journey in shelters, in hotel rooms. Like, I have so much content that I have to find. I'm going to be putting up some of my older videos too, as y'all going to start to see some older content that I have stored of my journey in these hotel rooms. I have a lot of stuff to share with y'all, like my journey in this whole process. I recorded a lot of it. Some of it I put up, some of it I took down. I shared some of my journey on TikTok at some point in time, and I ended up changing that and just said I'm going to put all my stuff on YouTube because I like YouTube better. So I was sharing a lot of my stuff on TikTok, but I didn't really get what I needed from that. So I was like, I like YouTube because YouTube's a little bit more kind of laid back with the way you can share. TikTok is a little bit more like, I don't know. I didn't like TikTok as far as me sharing my journey over there. I just didn't like it. But I was growing fast. Like TikTok, you can grow fast. You can get a lot. But the thing I didn't like about TikTok is you have a lot of bots over there. The bots just take over. The men come in every day talking about, oh yeah, I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. So you get tired of that crap. I had bots like every day. I mean, 30 bots. Y'all know what bots are. I don't know if y'all on TikTok or whatever, but a bot is a fake person that comes on there and tries to act like they're a real person. So the bots are like roaches. They never go away. So the bots kind of got on my nerves with the TikTok thing. You gotta keep on rolling. The bots got on my nerves. So I was like, let me go back to YouTube. But I've been on a YouTube platform for about 14 years. I have another YouTube channel that I started years ago, and it didn't really pop off the way I wanted to. But when I came on here and I started talking about my homeless journey, that's how I built my community on this channel. And this is the community that I built from my homeless journey. I just shared my journey. I told you I stayed one night in my car, and I believe that the good Lord in heaven said, you know what? You better get up and record your journey because people need to hear this. People need to hear what you're going through. You don't have to tell all your intimate details, business of your life, like every little thing. But God told me that I need to share my journey with with the world and then go from there. And I end up getting monetized, which was great, right? But I didn't start talking about this homeless journey just because I didn't start this channel because I wanted to get paid. But I just so happened to get monetized, and now I'm so happened to get paid, which is great. I was able to open up this as another form of income for myself, which is going to help me later when it's time for me to get my apartment or whatever. This is another stream of income that I was able to build for myself, which is great. So that's my story. And I'm still here, and I'm in transitional housing right now, and it's tough. I don't want to be there either, because somebody said to me this morning in a live stream, he was like, oh, I feel like you changed. I feel like you're not happy like you used to be. I said, well, it's different now because I have to pay rent now. Before, when I was in the shelters, I hated the shelter, right? I didn't like it. The staff were mean, and some of the girls were really mean, and some of the girls would try to bully you or whatever. They didn't bother me too much, but I did have one girl that tried to bully me or whatever. She tried to bully me into submission, but I always, got smart with her or whatever. So she kind of just ended up moving. But the shelters is kind of like reminds me of prison, even though I've never been in prison, never been into the county jail before. But they have those bullies in there, the girls that want to try to push you around. And I already looked like a mean person. So most of them didn't really bark up my tree because they didn't know what they was going to get when they tried to mess with somebody that looked like me. So I just share my experience in the hotel living. I have content that I'm going to put on here, like older stuff of me living in hotels, and I'm going to share, like, sometimes y'all have to, when you look at my videos, you have to read the description box, because I'm going to mention in the description, like, listen, this is an old video, so this is not what's happening right now. Because I put a video out and somebody would be like, oh, you back in the hotel room? Read the description box. When you come to a video and you watching it for me, if it's updated, it's going to say an update. It's going to be like, February something, whatever. You look at the time and when I uploaded it, but Some of my stuff, you're going to see old content from me being in the hotel rooms. And I have all this stuff in my phone. All this stuff is saved. And I'm going to share my journey. I'm still in the journey. I don't really consider myself homeless now, but I still consider myself houseless, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's anything that belongs to me until I'm able to sign a lease. Sign a lease or sign a deed to my own house. I don't know if I want to get like a condo or something, but I'm in the works. I'm working some things out. I'm doing some stuff, and things are moving. But I'm not going to talk about anything until I get what I need. I don't want to come up here and tell y'all, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then end up if something flops, I don't have to worry about people trying to throw anything in my face because the trolls gonna come here and try to, oh, but you said, because the trolls are here already. The trolls be watching me every day, but they come here and talk about me. But they listen to my journey because they keep coming back. Some of these people will not leave me alone, but I don't care about that. But I'm proud of myself because I built another platform for me to make some money. You're not going to get rich unless you go viral. I mean, even the viral people are not rich, but you can make some good money off social media if you know how to get in here and do something. If you know how to manipulate this algorithm and do what you have to do, because it is like a full-time job. I mean, people say, "Oh, it got to be easy to just turn on your camera and talk." Yeah, you're right. Because for me, it's easy because um, it's easy for me because I don't do all the glitz and glam stuff. I'm not a glitzy, glammy type of chick. Unless I'm going out on a date or something, I'm gonna get all nicey nice. But when it comes to social media, I don't be caring about what the background look like. I don't be caring about my hair. I don't care. I come on here barefaced. I don't care. I just share my real genuine self, and I get off. So if people like that, they like that, and if they don't like it, they don't like what I'm talking about. Find another YouTuber who's going to entertain you the way you want to be entertained. But me, I pretty much talk about my life, my journey that I'm in now. So even when it's that time and I get my own place again, I'm still going to share my life, but it's just going to be me just sharing my life daily every day. It's going to be, okay, I went from being in the shelter, so now I'm in transitional housing. I'm still going to talk about my past and the things that I've been through, but I'm sharing my journey in the now because I'm here now. I'm living it. This has been the hardest journey of my life. And there's so many other things connected to this journey that I don't share, that I don't talk about because I don't have to if I don't want to. But one day, I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe writing a book or something. I want to tell the whole entire story, but I can't tell it now because it's not time yet. All this is going to connect one day in the future. One day it's going to all connect. And y'all going to be like, oh, okay, we see what you're talking about. It's more to the story, but I can't tell it yet. I can't. Some things you just can't release right now. So I thank you guys for coming by and constantly coming here. I see my views go up and I gain subscribers every day, but I don't even focus on that. Like, I don't focus on like, oh, I gotta get the subscribers. I gotta get it's coming naturally to me. Like all of this, and I'm not even a big YouTuber, but I would say by the end of 2026, I would say that I could have at least like 10,000 subscribers. And sometime in 2027, I want to push to getting 20,000 subscribers. Like I'm growing. People are coming here. They're listening to my story because people are living this lifestyle. Like right now, people are struggling. This channel over here, what I do is not the glitz and glam. I don't do the glitz and glam. Oh, I have 20 pounds of makeup on. I gotta have my hair this way. I live for me. I don't live according to what everybody else around me is doing because one thing about me is I'm comfortable within my own skin. I'm okay with myself. So I don't have to come on YouTube and try to make up a facade, a facetious life. I was watching this. I watch a lot of people, right? I watch younger people that's in their 20s, and I watch people that's all the way up into their 70s or 80s. I watch the retirement community. I'm tapped into that. People retiring, living off the grid, living van life, living free. I want to live the free life one day. One day I just don't want to worry about none of this stupid corporate America crap. I don't want to work for people anymore. I have things that I'm working on now for my future. I don't, oh, look at the world. Look what's going on. Oh my God. I'm not going to down myself and say that I'm going to be successful. I'm going to build myself back up. And I have been doing that. Because somebody came in my inbox this morning and said, oh, you don't seem happy anymore. You seem negative. You seem this. You seem that. It's not negative. I speak about my experience of what I see every day, what I go through living in this house with these women, and I speak about stuff. I speak about my experience. My channel is about my experience. I'm not going to come up here and make up no facetious stories. I'm telling things from what I see and what I hear and what I go through in my journey. And that's it. Yes, I talk about my family. I talk about my loss from my family, how my family basically turned their back on me. Yeah, I talk about that sometimes too. Because if that's an emotion or a feeling that I'm feeling inside my spirit and I want to talk about it, you damn right I'm going to talk about it. Oh, you need to stop talking about your family. You need, like, please do not come on my YouTube channel and tell me what I need to be talking about. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. And it's my journey. It's my time. It's my time to vent. Some people come on here and they talk to the world because they may not have nobody else to really talk to, or they might not have nobody else to hear them talk. They need to get things off their chest. YouTube, like social media, is an amazing place, even though people use it for drama and all that stuff. Social media is amazing. You could talk to somebody in the UK. You could talk to people all over the freaking world. You can connect with people all over the world. And that's what's amazing to me. Because I made friends with people, like I made genuine friends with people that I talk to personally on social media platforms. You can make friends. Like, you can make a genuine person that's your friend. One of my girlfriends live in another state. I talk to her not too often. She got a busy life too, but we chit chat. And I met her on TikTok. She's a friend of mine. Me and her related because we were kind of going through like the same type of stuff with our families and our children. We connect. I only connect with people that's going through something similar to me. And I don't open myself up to anybody that's in my inbox, but I've made friends over the years with people on social media. But again, on social media, you gotta be very careful because I get a lot of inboxes. I get people saying all kind of stuff to me, but I don't take nothing that nobody's saying seriously. You know how to use your discernment, and God will guide you the way that you need to go into. But for the most part, every day with me, it's not going to always be everything's upbeat. I feel so great today. I don't feel so great every day. Some days I be wanting to quit and say, you know what? Let me get my little money out the bank, take my car and drive until whenever, and not look back. That's how I feel. That's how I've been feeling most days. Just want to leave this crap behind. But I have things here that I'm responsible for, and I can't do it yet. But one day it's going to be on my bucket list to just leave, drive off. Nobody see me again. Go start a new life somewhere else. Like, just drop it. I have a job that I have to keep up. I have responsibilities here. And when my responsibilities are over, I can do what I want to do with my life. And my life is not going to be consist of staying stagnant at a job where people treat you like garbage and trash. I just want to be free. But to live that free life, you got to have some money. You got to have money to survive. Even if you got to have some kind of savings that okay, I have this amount of money. People, I watch so many people on social media that live that van life, and they're on the road. They go state to state. This one girl I watch, she goes state to state. She fly to different countries, and she's living. I love that type of lifestyle. I love her lifestyle, and I watch her all the time. I love her. She's living a free life. I think she was like in the military or something like that. So she retired. She's a retired military vet. She pulled out, retired, got her little money. She built something on social media. She has a great following of people that love and support her. So she can live that life. She could be in Korea today and in Mexico the next day. She's flying. She's making her money. She got her money on the side. She got her pensions, her retirement money, and she's making her money on social media. She got an eating channel and she got a travel channel. I love what she's doing. I said, sis, that's gonna be me one day. She has a van life channel where she lives in her car. She lives in a camper van. She drives around, and she goes from the camper van. She goes to her car, and then she'll take trains, and then she'll get in a plane and go different places. So I love that free lifestyle, and I also want to get my passport because I'm telling y'all, in about 5 years, I can be more free and do what I want. in about 5 years, I can be more free and do what I want. But when you have responsibilities and things that you have to do, money you have to make, or whatever's going on in my life, I don't tell it all. I don't tell all my little business, all my tea. But one day I'm going to be free enough to just do it the freak I want to do. Like live the life that I want to. I used to watch trucking videos because I like the fact that the truck drivers just, if they didn't have families and stuff like that, if the men were just single men and they were truck drivers, I just love to watch like the big truck drivers driving in places like Wyoming, driving in beautiful places like the beautiful scenic routes. Like I love that. I love that. Watching the mountains, watching the Pacific Northwest, like stuff like that. That's free to me. Free. That's what I want to see. One day I'm gonna hit. One day I say I'm. One day I'm gonna hit Route 66. I remember my dad before he passed away. He was like, "Man, Route 66 was on my bucket list." My dad never did. He never traveled on Route 66 because he couldn't. Because he was taking care of my mom. My mom got sick. My dad took care of her until she died, and then he died 10 months after she died. But he was always saying Route 66 was his bucket list, and that's something I want to do. I want to travel on Route 66 at some point in my life. I want to take that trip for him in his memory. You know what I mean? Because I knew he wanted to do that. But I want to live the free life, man. Off grid, somewhere up in the mountains, just away from everything in society. But I don't want to live like this no more. I love when I watch people that, oh, I bought a home in the woods. I'm the only person living on the street. I'm here by myself in the woods, back in the woods. I don't want to be around nobody in society, man. People make me sick. They really do. And I'm not saying everybody, because you got some good people out here, but most people out here are not good people. And sometimes you get to that point in life, you don't want to be bothered by people because everybody seems the same. And I know it's some good people in the world, but a lot of the times when you're dealing with these people at the job place and people try to get you fired and they want to, it's just a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. Mess, a mess, a mess. I got 15 people watching me. Hello. How y'all doing today? Everybody's quiet. How y'all doing? How is your Thursday afternoon going, y'all? Can y'all believe that tomorrow is Friday? It doesn't mean nothing to me because I gotta work on Friday anyway. I gotta work Friday all the way up until Saturday. Saturday starts my Friday. And for some reason, me and this girl at my job are pissed off because the manager that we used to have, she used to like rotate our schedules. She's not doing any of that no more. And the manager that we have is an assistant manager that we have, and she's a bitch. So, and it's so funny because she's only like 19 years old, and she is a bitch. She's a bitch. She be in there yelling at people and stuff. And I'm like, girl, you too young to be acting like that. What the heck? You act like you've been seasoned in this position. I said, one thing you don't want to do as a manager is have your team hate your guts. You don't want your team to not like you because when it comes down to it, when you need help, nobody's going to be around to help you. So you don't want people not liking you, sis. I'm not saying that you got to sit here and kiss nobody's butt either, but you do not want people and you being a manager and nobody likes you because nobody's going to want to help you in anything. And I'm not saying that you have to let people get away with whatever they want to get away with, but I'm just saying there's a certain amount of respect that people deserve to have. And not only me, it's other people that feel the same way. So, but she's coming in she's coming in kind of like a warpath. She's on a warpath and she's being a bitch and nobody likes her. And I had to run in with her too. Me and her kind of had our little words or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But it seemed like everybody's falling off at the job. Everybody's kind of like going to the wayside. They're going to the wayside. They're going to the wayside. I can't wait to try that Biscoff cookie thing. I need to go get the cookies, and I know those cookies are at Walmart, but I'm not getting up. I'm not going to Walmart. I don't like going to Walmart. I'll just get them tomorrow on my way. I'm gonna get up early tomorrow. I like to go in Walmart when it's early in the morning and nobody's in there, and that's it. That's the only time I go into Walmart. The only time I go into Walmart. It's gonna be a good day, a good day, I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn. What am I gonna have to eat tonight? I guess I'm gonna eat some oodles and noodles again. I be eating a ramen noodle. We eating the ramen noodles. Yeah, we gonna eat them ramens. I guess I get me a burger from Burger King. What y'all think? Should I get me a burger? Maybe a Whopper Junior with cheese. 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 That's the only thing I'm gonna eat tonight. Whopper Junior. Just a small little Whopper. Y'all, I used to work at I worked at Burger King. I think the last time I worked there, I was probably 32 years old. And I like working for Burger King though. I didn't mind making sandwiches. I used to make the sandwiches. Then they used to have me on the register. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the fast food stuff because fast food you had to move fast. But back then it was different. The managers really cared about the customers, and now they don't really be caring no more. You go into fast food places and they be looking at you like, what you doing? What you want? Like, what do you want? What are you here for? You actually really gonna buy a sandwich? Why are you buying a sandwich? Like, that's what people would be like. You go in these fast food places, everybody look pissed off, mad, angry, asking you what you want. Like when you go on Walmart, I was in Walmart the other day. I had to get something. Something in electronics. Everything is locked up. Even deodorants are locked up. Razors are locked up. Everything is going to be locked up because people are stealing. And I thought at this point Walmart had security. What happened to the Walmart security? People stealing left and right, honey. They not trying to pay high prices for stuff. So theft is at an all-time high. So y'all going to have everything locked behind a piece of plastic. But then when you go on Walmart and you want to buy something, you got to find the person. You got to find the person. You got to walk around and say, hey, is someone working in this department so I can get some razors for my armpits? Everything is locked away. Even the makeup. Don't ever think about getting makeup at Walmart because, honey, it's going to be somebody going to be using it already or stealing it. Half the makeup you go look for is not sealed up. People open it, use it, do whatever to it. Child, please. I would never. I would never. I would never. I'm gonna get me a little Whopper Junior with cheese. Get me a little burger. I gotta start cooking. I gotta get me some meat tomorrow from Sam's Club so I can get my meats and get my Ziploc bags. Put the meats in the Ziploc bags so now I can have, chicken thigh or chicken whatever, barbecue chicken with some rice or whatever, however I'm gonna do it. Because I told you I was excited about coming to the house because I was like, well, I can cook now, but being in the house, I don't want to do too much cooking because people be so freaking nosy. I don't want to be in there trying to make my curry chicken and somebody looking got their nose in my pot. Oh, what's that? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I got going on. Worry about your damn self. The grocery outlet. Worry about your damn self. Worry about your damn self. I'm doing amazing, y'all. Really, I'm really doing good. People think that, you're going to be down and out forever. The naysayers thought I wouldn't survive this. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. They thought I wouldn't survive. They thought I would just be, they thought I would drown drown and worry, drown. And one thing I'm going to always do is get back up, baby. The naysayers really thought I was going to drown myself. Like, oh, she's down bad. They really thought I was going to be down bad forever. Look at me thriving. Look at me making my way. Look at me making a way. Naysayers really thought I was going to be down bad forever. Look at me, I'm one step closer. We are one step closer. The naysayers thought I was going to be down bad forever. The naysayers, what they call them, the haters. They say that I don't even use that word haters, but the haters thought that I wouldn't survive this. The haters thought I would be down forever. The haters didn't think that I was going to survive this. Shoot, even people in my own family thought I was going to just wither away. They thought they were going to wash me away somewhere, and oh, she's not going to survive. We're not going to help her, but she ain't going to make it either. Okay, guys, go on up to the thing. You can't just park your car there. You got to keep moving up. You got to keep moving up, 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 up. I'm going to get me a Whopper or a Whopper Jr. I'm going to get me a sandwich for dinner. And after this time, guys, I'm not getting any more burgers. I haven't had a Whopper Jr. in a while, but after this, no more Whopper Juniors. Yeah, the haters thought I wouldn't survive. They thought I wouldn't make it. They thought I wouldn't make it. They thought I wouldn't survive the storm. They thought I wouldn't make it. They thought I wouldn't survive the storm. Look at me now, thriving. The haters thought I wouldn't make it.
I'll be right with you.
Okay. I'm going to ask her for a Whopper Junior. Where's my purse? They thought I wouldn't make it. They thought I wouldn't survive the storm. Let me see, how much is a Whopper Junior? I think it's like 5 something. I only want one sandwich. I gotta eat something. I gotta have something. I gotta cook this week, y'all. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep eating burgers every night. Well, I didn't have a burger last night. What did I have last night? I don't even remember. My car is super freaking dirty. Hi, can I just have a Whopper Junior with cheese?
Whopper with cheese?
A Whopper Junior? What's
With
the
sandwich?
How much is a Whopper and a Whopper Junior? Is it like what's the difference? I don't even know. Let me see.
You can get 2 Whopper Juniors for $5.33, and the Whopper itself is with cheese. It's $9.27.
I have a Whopper because they're the same.
Sorry,
I have a Whopper with cheese.
Whopper with cheese. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Just a sandwich.
Yes.
$9.27 first for you.
Okay, thank you. They thought I wouldn't make it. They thought I wouldn't survive the storm. They really thought I was down bad, honey. And I was. I was down bad. I don't want this lady to be thinking I'm recording her.
Total
Okay.
is $9.27.
Thank you. I don't want these people in you know how people pull up and they do their little pranks. Hey Vinny, how are you today? Just get me a burger on my way home. So yeah, I told y'all that. I told y'all at work that thank you. She didn't even give me my change. Hello? I didn't get my change. She just walked away. Like, hello, you owe me 73 cents. Excuse me. The girl didn't give me my change, my 73 cents. Yeah, she didn't give me. She just gave me the receipt.
Did you want any ketchup?
No. I asked her for my change, and she gonna look at the girl and roll her eyes. Yeah, I want my freaking money. You don't know how to count 73 cents? Yeah, I need that. And she literally just gave me the receipt back, and it has 73 cents on here, and she just literally didn't give it back to me. Like, hello, I want my money. I gave you $10. I gave her $10. I'm not moving this car until I get my money. That's okay. Thanks. She gave me a whole bunch of nickels, but whatever. I don't think that's 73 cents, but whatever. I'm not gonna fight. I don't know why she didn't give it to me, but I want my money. But then the other girl said something to her, right? I said something to the girl at the thing. She just literally gave me my receipt and walked away. So I'm like, I couldn't say nothing to her because she just walked away so fast. She knows she didn't give me my change back. I don't know. Maybe she can't count change. I don't know, but I want my money. So she gave me a whole bunch of nickels and dimes. I don't know what it was, but maybe she can't count. And that's okay. But I want my money. But the funny thing was how she was reacting to the fact when I told her I didn't get my change. She looked at me basically like was rolling her eyes. She rolled her eyes because I wanted my change back. I'm looking at her like, where the manager at? I want my damn money. You're damn right. I want my dough. What the heck is wrong with these people in fast food? And she was a young girl. They had to been in their 20s. But when I told the other chick that I didn't get my money back, she kind of looked at the other girl and rolled her eyes. I'm looking like, yeah, I need my 73 cents back. Yeah. But you see how quick in life you could get yourself in some kind of crazy, and I wouldn't get myself in nothing crazy because I would just, if they would have given me a problem, I would just say, hey, where's the manager at? I want my money back. Yeah, 73 cents. Yeah, I need that. I don't go to work every day to not get my little 73 cents back. But how dare these people be? She looked at the other girl like rolled her eyes like I was like annoying her because I wanted my change back. Yes, girl, I want my change. Run it, run it up. But then she came back and gave me a whole bunch of change, and it probably wasn't 73 cents because I didn't see no pennies. I didn't see no pennies. So I don't think she probably knew how to count. That's probably what it is. She's probably not really a good counter. But yeah, I need that, sis. And that was nice. I wasn't mean to nobody, but I want my money. But she didn't give me any change. There was no pennies in it. So I don't think that she's a good counter. Because she could have gave me some dimes and gave me the 3 cents. But she's probably not. She's probably got a problem with counting because it don't look like it was right. But thank you. Because her drawer is going to definitely be short tonight. But she came back and said, I'm sorry. I said, no problem. No problem. I'm not giving you no problem. I just want my money. I just got a Whopper. I'm about to say they gave me a double Whopper. I just want a Whopper. So this is just a Whopper. I like the Whoppers. I told you I worked at Burger King before, right? Yeah, I did. Years ago. I was probably in my early 30s when I worked at Burger King. I like working at Burger King. Okay, I hope this guy don't park next to me. We got this loud truck. Mm. Yeah, we got a lot of snow here. I guess she thought it was a tip. No, I think she had a problem with counting. I think she probably wasn't good with counting money because when she came and gave me the change, she gave me a whole bunch of nickels and dimes. She could have gave me 2 quarters, 2 dimes, and she should have gave me like 3 pennies. She gave me a whole bunch of nickels and dimes. I just think she didn't know what she was doing. And some people don't know how to count change. But sometimes, like I know at McDonald's, they have that change machine thing. Like the change come out at Wawa and at McDonald's, they have the change machine that just it gives you the change. You just got to do the money. I just think she probably had a problem with counting. And I wasn't getting out of pocket, but I do want my money back. Cause she just the way she walked away, I don't know. Maybe she thought I couldn't count. Like I do want my money, honey. But the way that she looked at the other girl and roll her eyes, like I was making, like I was a problem. Girl, you owe me change. You owe me my change, sis. And I know some people are not good with counting money, but at my job sometimes, I think the most I had to count. There was some nights I had to count like $10,000 or $15,000, And some of the stores I work at, we don't have those machines that count the money for you. You gotta count that stuff yourself, and you gotta make sure that money is right. Because if the money is wrong, you gonna lose your job. So they're gonna be like, "Where's the money?" You know what I mean? When you work with a job with money, a bank or something, that money gotta be in there. Because if it's not in there, they're gonna say you stole it, and you gonna have a problem. Because like even with her tonight, I definitely think her drawer is gonna be short. Because if you're over, you got extra money in your drawer, that's a problem too. They don't want you to have. They want you to have the exact amount of money, whatever you bought in for today, and whatever money that's in the drawer. Cause I work in retail. You gotta have that money. Mm, mm, mm. It's a little like a gift shop, not a gift shop. A place that people get the consignment. It's a consignment shop over here. A nice little consignment shop. But I don't need no clothes. I don't need no freaking clothes. I don't need no clothes. Mm. But I had a good day, y'all. Work was easy. Wasn't nobody calling with the crazy stuff today. I had a few customers. I had to help them with something. They were nice. Wasn't nobody cussing me out. Everybody was okay to that. It was an easy day. Then the girl came in from school. She go to college, so she came in at 5. I took my break at like I know taking a break at like 5:30. What kind of break is that? Mm. What kind of break is that? Holy! I don't know why they still calling it the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is no more. The Dollar Tree is no more, honey. I wonder if they're gonna change the name of it. But maybe it still works being the Dollar Tree. Because everything in there is like $1 something now. You know what I mean? So I guess it's still safe. I guess it's still safe. What y'all think? Do y'all think the Dollar Tree should change their name? Because it's still technically, everything in there is still $1. You understand what I mean? They got the tomatoes on here. When I was a kid, I didn't like tomatoes. I didn't like macaroni and cheese. I didn't like none of that. But as I got older, I didn't like macaroni and cheese. I didn't like stuffing. I don't think I like cornbread. Some things I just didn't like as a kid. But as I got older and mature, I love macaroni and cheese. I love stuffing. But I only eat stuffing once a year when it's like Thanksgiving time. I don't even eat soul food like that. I only eat soul food for holidays. It's so funny how people just be thinking because you're a certain culture or whatever. Because I'm black, I eat soul food. I only eat soul food like once or twice a year. Really. I don't eat soul food like that. I love it. Of course, soul food is my favorite type of food. Of course, I like Indian food. I like Thai food. I like ramen. I like all that stuff. I like all types of stuff. If it's good food, it's just good food. I love Indian food. Indian food is expensive, but I can make the same. Like I can make my own stuff, but I just can't cook the way I want to cook in this house because I don't want everybody. I don't. I don't like people in the kitchen when I'm cooking. You can come in the kitchen and cook and eat. You know what I'm saying? But don't be in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Don't be in the kitchen. I just like to have the kitchen to myself, so I can't really be relaxed and cook in this house the way I want to because I want to cook curry chicken and I just want to get it on with the pots, right? But I can't because it's not my own personal space. And I'm not going to be able to cook like that unless I get my own apartment. One day. One day. I like I like Burger King's burgers. I don't really I don't really eat McDonald's. The only thing I get from McDonald's is like a fish sandwich. That's about it. The fish sandwich, the hash brown. If I want a burger, I'll get a burger from Burger King. Because I think Burger King burgers are better. Yeah. Burger King burgers are better. I don't have nothing to drink. I thought I had some water. I don't live in my car. I did stay in my car in the summer. I'm not living in my car now. I don't think anybody say that they can enjoy living in their car. I don't think anybody gonna say they enjoy it. They might enjoy it if they don't have bills to pay. They might enjoy that. But after a while, I stayed in my car for 34 days. And after a time, I got tired of it. Because I can't lay flat though. You know what I'm saying? You just can't lay in the car the way you can lay in your bed. So no, it's not enjoyable living in your car. The only thing you can enjoy about living in your car is not having no rent to pay. That's about the only thing that you can enjoy is not having those fees. But after a while, it gets tiring because I did it. I stayed in my car in the summer of 2025, last summer. I stayed in my car for like 34 days. I saved some money. Only thing I had to worry about was paying gas and making sure I ate. That's it. It's not fun staying in your car. After a while, you get tired of it because after a while, you want to lay in the bed. You can't really relax in your car the way you can relax on the sofa or relax at home inside. Like nobody wants to live in a car. Now, some people do the van life and they have a van or something and make a bed back there. That's not bad, but after a while, you just get tired of staying in the car. Because I know I did. Because I didn't have a bed back there, but I kind of made it up. But it was after a while, it was uncomfortable. So no, I didn't like staying in my car after a while. Maybe a week or so, it wasn't too bad. But 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I stayed in my car for a while. I had all my stuff back there. I went to the gym, took a shower, went to work. You can't cook the way you want to. You have to eat on the road. I was eating a lot of fast food. I didn't like that, but there's nothing I could do. So I went into the shelter. After that, I was like, I think after a month or so, I was like, well, let me call the shelter to see if I can get into the shelter. So I called a local shelter, and there was some staff in there that I kind of knew. And I asked if I could come, and she was like, "Yeah, come on, we got a bed for you. It's a bed for you." So I got in the shelter kind of like towards the end of the summer, like it was almost September, time for the kids to go back to school, and I got into the shelter and I stayed there for like 2 months. And I went to work and did my thing. Ended up getting put out of there. Went to another shelter. I stayed there for like another 2 months, and then they ended up telling me I had to leave by February 1st. But I left the shelter in like January. I left the shelter like late January. So that's my life. But no, staying in your car is not fun at all. Don't let nobody fool you. It is not a walk in the park. You just can't relax the way you would in your own home. Like if you're relaxing on a sofa or whatever, you just get tired of sitting on this chair. Like I would sit here sometimes. Sometimes I would sit back there on that chair. You just can't relax the way you want to. And then you had to be thinking about people around you. Even though I locked my doors in my car, I didn't want nobody to know I was in my car sleeping. I have tinted windows, but they're not tinted like really, really tinted. So if somebody really wanted to like look at my car, they could see, oh, she's sleeping back there. There's gonna be a lot of people that y'all gonna see sleeping in cars. But the good thing is about staying in your car, you can save money because if you don't have to worry about paying rent, you're gonna save a lot of money. But it depends on too, like what climate you live in. Is it summertime? Is it fall? Is it winter? You can't survive in your car in the winter because you're gonna freeze to death. You won't survive. So don't even try it. I know a lot of people do van life and they say, "Oh, I'm living in my car in the middle of the winter." Some people got setups where half those people ain't really doing that, to be honest. Some people are doing it because I watch a lot of van life people that live in Canada, and y'all know Canada is cold, right? Canada is cold in the winter, a lot of snow. But there's one white dude I watch, and he has his van set up in such a way that he got some kind of heater in his van. Like I haven't watched him recently, but he does van life, and I've been watching him for years, and he really do it. Like he's really living that life. Some people not really living van life; they doing it for a fad. But you can't survive van life in the winter because you're gonna freeze. You're gonna end up dying in the middle of the night. You're gonna freeze to death. But I stayed in my car in the summertime, and it was hot, and I had to keep my windows up because in the summertime the mosquitoes are gonna come into the car and bite you all night. So it's annoying, man. Living in your car is not bad if you're gonna do it for a certain amount of time and try to save some money, but it does get miserable because in the summertime it be hot. You can't really have your windows down like that because you gotta watch out for your safety. You never know who's lurking around. You gotta make sure you're safe. And there's a lot of homeless people out here, so you don't never know you somewhere in some alleyway sleep trying to go to sleep. And you got other homeless people out here trying to hurt you. Like you have to always protect yourself as a woman and even as a man. If you live in van life, you have to be safe. Somebody's not gonna really just come up and bust your windows out your car. It depends on what they're looking for and what they're trying to get from you, but it's a lot with living in your car. You just have to be safe. You can save money for sure. If you have a job, if you do social media, you make money from that, and you have a job, you're definitely going to save money because the only thing you have to worry about is what you're going to eat every day and your gas. If you have a job that you have to go to, you can get away with it. You don't have to tell nobody. Don't tell nobody at your job anything. Oh, I live in my car. I don't tell nobody nothing. I didn't tell nobody none of my business. I kept it to myself. I kept everything to myself, and I got out of it. But I went into the shelter because I did get tired of staying in my car. I have an SUV, but I have a mini. It's an SUV mini. It's a small SUV. It's like a little mini coupe. You know, like a little mini SUV. It's not like a full size SUV. So it's spacious enough for me. It was spacious enough for me, for my liking. But after a while, you get tired of it. Because after a while, me, I'm the type of person, I get tired fast. And I need something new. Like even me and this girl at my job was talking, and she was like, I think I want to change. I'm sick of doing the same thing. And I feel what she's saying. I said, well, I feel the same way. I'm feeling kind of tired of doing the same stuff. Like my job, same stuff. It's the type of job that's no excitement. It's the same thing every day. So that's how I say I was tired of staying in my car because it's the same stuff. I need some excitement. I need to change. So I went into the shelter. And the shelter, of course, was an experience. Shelters are hard. Shelters are like jail, even though I've never been to jail or prison before in my life. But I watch a lot of prison content on YouTube. So I watch a lot of prison stuff. I watch all types of stuff. I tap into all types of things. But the prison content, the shelters actually remind me of prison. Women in jail. Because the shelter I went in, the girls was ghetto, fighting, cussing each other out. Just crazy chicks, man. Because they say in prison, the women are worse than the men. I got 22 people watching me. I hope y'all can get me up to 22 thumbs up. I already have 19. I appreciate y'all. So they say in the prison system that the women are worse than the men. That's what I hear, right? And I can kind of say, well, yeah, you kind of right. Even though a shelter is not a prison, but a shelter is kind of ran similar to a prison. But the only thing was, in a shelter, you can come and go. The only thing about a shelter is you do have to be in that shelter. If they say you got to be back here by 9 o'clock every night to get your bed or whatever, you got to be back by 9 o'clock every night. So my light went off. Okay. My light went off. I guess after a while they just go off automatically. So you have to be back by a certain time at a shelter. Because I said something to one of the staff, like this place feel like a prison because it's the way the girls act. This ghetto girls, man, fighting, cussing each other out, bitch this, bitch that. This is what I was hearing all day, every day, and the shelter was filled with mothers that had kids. So I was like, y'all got kids and y'all cussing and fussing around your children like that? Like y'all want y'all kids to see y'all act like that? Girl, I was like, oh my God. I hated the shelter. I didn't like the atmosphere. But I stayed to myself and they probably thought that I thought I was all that or something. You know what I mean? Oh, she thinks she better than us. And in the first shelter I was at, I was like the only girl in there that had a car. There would be some girls that would come in there that had a car, but they, not all the time. Because the first shelter I was at, it was in the city. Then the second shelter I went to was in the country. My glasses are so crooked out. Yeah, it's too big for my face. I gotta get these framed right. Second shelter I went to was in the country. And the girls were terrible. They were terrible there too. So I was like, oh God. And she sent me a letter saying that I gotta leave by February 1st. And I thought I could probably get an extension. I was gonna say, listen, can I stay until, March 1st? And I could figure out where I was gonna go after that. And she was like, oh no, there's no extensions. We're not gonna give you an extension. So I was like, okay. Somebody asked me to leave, I gotta go. Really thinking too bad. Like, I wasn't really thinking too much. Like, what am I gonna do? I didn't even care. I was like, okay, I'm gonna find somewhere to go. Of course, I wasn't gonna ask my family nothing because I knew they didn't want to help me anyway. So that's when I started doing my own research and I found transitional living, and I'm here now. I'm in transitional living, and I have my own room, which is nice. The room is really tiny. It's like a closet, really. But I have my own room, and I'm not even getting myself comfortable there though, because I told y'all that I'm never getting myself comfortable nowhere until I get my own lease or deed to my own house. I'm not gonna ever be comfortable, ever, because I'm so used to being somewhere, and then they saying, "Oh, you gotta leave" or something. So I'm not gonna be comfortable nowhere until I get my own place. I'm gonna appreciate the fact that I'm there, but I'm never gonna get comfortable anywhere until I have my own place. How you doing? I'm trying to find my water. I thought I had a water. They smell so good. Y'all like these? Y'all ever see this before? Oh, these are so good, y'all. Look. All right, this one. This is a newer one I bought, and this is another one I had got last year, but the thing felt broke off. These smell good. I wear this perfume when I go to work or whatever, but they're Rio de Janeiro. Is that what they call it? Rio de Janeiro. I think it was called Rios. I forget what they call it. Oh, the Sol de Janeiro. They changed the name on some of these. Yeah, Sol de Janeiro, Janeiro, whatever. But they smell good. Nice little. And this is a fragrance for springtime, and this is one that's good for spring too. But this is one of my favorite ones though. But I wear the spray, but I don't wear all that lotion. I don't wear any kind of like smelly lotions. Like, I make my own lotion, but the Sol de Janeiro, the bigger bottle, and then they have the smaller ones. But this smell good. Let me see what this. I like this. I don't know if this is Chirosa. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Brazilian pop remixes fill the pulse of new rhythm with real pink rose, passion fruit, and honey caramel. So it does have honey caramel. Honey caramel don't have nothing to do with vanilla. Cause I can't smell vanilla notes in this. Can y'all smell? What you think? What you think? This doesn't have vanilla because it would have said vanilla notes, but the honey caramel don't have really much to do with vanilla. I don't think. But yeah, these are my favorite little things. I don't really be buying a whole bunch of crazy perfumes and everything, but I have some in my storage. But so that's my story, y'all. They asked me to leave the shelter. They actually gave me like a note, like a form, saying, "Oh, you have to leave by the first, and you can't get an extension." So I'm like, okay, well, usually if somebody tell me they gotta leave, I gotta leave. I'm not gonna sit here and be begging or nothing. I'm just packing my stuff and I'm out. So in that time, I think I had like a whole month ahead of me, and I had to leave. I think it was like January. The beginning of January is when they gave me the note saying I had to leave by February. So they gave me another 30 days to figure out what I was going to do next. So I was like, okay. And then I read the letter and she was like, well, you can't get no extensions or whatever. So I was like, okay, no extensions. So I got to figure it out. So I had a whole 30 days to figure it out. But I said, girl, I'll be out here in 2 weeks. Because I had a head start. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wait to the last minute and say, oh, I don't know where I'm going to go. I could have found another shelter to go to. You can go shelter hopping if you need to. As long as the shelter got space, you can go shelter hopping. But I did my research and I found transitional living spaces. Which transitional living spaces are houses that rent out to people that could be having struggles in their life. And those type of houses are always like this. People go through things. They might come from shelters, they might come from group homes or wherever, and they need a place to stay. They have a job, but you have to be working. You have to have an income in order to stay there because you got to pay rent. And rent in those type of places are cheaper than it would be for you to like rent a hotel or something. So yeah, I was fine with that. As soon as I saw that, I went to go look at the place. They ran a little interview on me, and I had to show proof of having a job, having a consistent income, and how long you've been working. And she was like, "Well, this is transitional," and she said you could stay here as long as you follow the rules and um you're not starting drama in the house. You're not having any problems. You're just low key. And I'm a low key kind of girl anyway. So I said I'm low key anyway. But I'm sure she's heard all this before from other people. But I don't be I stay to myself. I barely be speaking to people. But so I'm there. I'm in transitional living house and it's not bad, but I don't like it. But it's better than being in the streets and not having anywhere to go. Oh, my battery's low. My battery! I should have had this plugged up the whole time. I can't believe it. I got my little jackery out here. I got trash to get rid of. I'm just gonna let this stuff in the trash when I get to the house. That's what we're gonna do. So that's how I ended up in transitional living house because they told me I had to leave. And when somebody told me I had to leave, when you be homeless for a time and you had family put you out, and you used to people putting you out, it ain't no thing for somebody to tell me to leave. But I'd be like, oh, I gotta leave? Okay. So I left. I didn't have no, I wasn't crying. Because one thing I'm going to do is survive, okay? If I got to go back to my car, I'm not going to call my family and beg them for anything. For what? Beg somebody that don't want you around? Like, they only going to tell me once or twice. You got to go. I got to what? Okay, I'm out. Let me get my little stuff. That's why wherever I go, I never get comfortable. I never get too comfortable. I'm only going to get comfortable in the place that I'm signing the lease to that's in my name. That's when I'm going to let my hair down and let myself. I'm not even comfortable in the place I'm in now. I'm comfortable because I'm in my room and I have my own bed and I have all my own stuff, like my own linens and my own sheets and my own pillowcase. Like everything on my bed is me. That's all me. But I'm still not comfortable in that room because it's a temporary place for me. I'm not going to get comfortable until I have my own apartment. Then I can let my hair down. I will let my hair down then because it's something that belongs to me. But I tell y'all what, I will never in my life be homeless again. Because I didn't learn my lesson, honey. That don't nobody out here give a damn. And don't nobody gotta help you with nothing. They don't have to. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that somebody has to help me. Like, all my family, they were supposed to. No, they don't have to help me. It would have been nice if they did, but they didn't. So I had to figure it out on my own. I don't know why this thing's so freaking wobbly. These little cheap things. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. These things are cheap. I'm sick of cheap plastic stuff, child. You spend money on stuff, and then they want you to pay insurance on it. If you spend money on something more expensive, do you want to pay for the insurance? Because I remember my other iPad I had. They were like, "Do you want to get the insurance on it?" And the insurance on them iPads be like $50, $60. And I didn't get insurance on one of my iPads, and my iPad broke. It didn't break. I think the screen broke. And I was like, "Well, damn! I didn't get the freaking insurance on it." And I should have, but I didn't. What time is it? Okay, good timing. So I didn't get the insurance on the iPad. The screen broke. So somebody was like, well, to get that's going to get your iPad fixed is you're going to be paying almost the same price as to buy a new one. So somebody was like, well, you might as well just buy a new iPad and get the new iPad fixed. Get the broken iPad fixed and then sell it. You know what I'm saying? Get your stuff off of it and then sell it. So I have a newer iPad now that I got insurance on, and my old iPad, I'm just gonna get the screen fixed and I'm gonna sell it and just clean it out and sell it. That's what I'm gonna do. Get my money back somehow. But this thing is just wobbling all over the place. But yeah, that's my story. And I've been put out, cussed out, told off, laid to the side, fried, died, and I've been laid to the side by family members and all types of people. When somebody tell me they don't want me around, child, you ain't got to tell me twice. I'm out of here. I'm out. I don't want to be somewhere that I'm not wanted from. You know what I'm saying? Even when my niece tried to put me out, and I wasn't leaving her house until I paid until what I paid for was done, right? So if I paid you rent for the month, I'm not going any damn where until the month is over because I paid you rent. So that's how me and her was fighting. So my niece had called the cops on me, right? She did all this dumb stuff. The cops came to her house and looked at her like, well, how long she been living here? And I said, I've been here about 6 months, I think it was like 5 or 6 months. So the cops laughed in her face, and the cops was like, well, you can't put her out. She got mail coming here. They was like, do you have mail coming here? I said, I sure do. So I was saying a lot of this stuff to piss her off. I knew I was going to leave by the end of the month anyway, because I really didn't have anywhere else to go. But if I paid you rent, I'm staying here until the rent is until the rent is until the rent is right. I paid you the money for the month. I'm staying here until the month is over. So my niece was saying something like telling the cops that she was going to beat me up and I'm going to whoop her ass and I'm going to do all this stuff. So I didn't feed into none of that stuff. I wasn't scared of my niece or anything like that. And no, I didn't want to fight her. I still love my niece until today, but I know that I'm done with my niece. Like, I don't care if I don't never see you again for the rest of my days on this earth. It doesn't matter. Because I know that if you were my family, you had some kind of love in your heart for me, you didn't have that love. Because not the fact that you put me out, but the way that you put me out, the way that you called the cops on me, the things that you done to me, and the things that you said behind my back that I guess you think I don't know. Just a lot of things that she did. I was sitting back laughing because it was so funny. And now it's been a year. It's been a year, and I work with my niece. She works at the same job I work at. I have to talk to her on the phone only about work stuff. She's she's in a different department, so we have to partner and get the job done right. And I only talk to her socialize as far as the job. We only talk about work, so I don't talk to her about anything. How you doing? How's the kids? I don't care. I'm done with her because what she did was foul, and it wasn't even the part that she put me out. It was really the part that the way she put me out, and the way that she thought the cops was going to come and arrest me or tell me to leave the house or something. So she was in front of the police. She telling the cops that she going to beat me up and all this stuff, like this dumb ghetto stuff. And I'm done with her. I'm done with her. So these are the type of things I went through with my family and with her. She was the only one in the family that I lived with, but she's always the one in the family that tries to act like she helping people and then be talking. she'll, she'll put her hand up like, "Oh, you need somewhere to stay? Come on, you can stay with me. I know nobody else helping you." So she'll be the one in the family to try to act like she being helpful, but meanwhile she kicking you back in to the neighbor down the street. She goes to her neighbor that lived below her talking about people like a dog. I mean, she's just one of the people in the family that talk about everybody like a dog. I mean, I know we all talk, right? No one's perfect. But I've been through hell with my family. That's why I don't deal with them. But what she did to me, my niece, I not only looked at my niece as my niece, I looked at her as like a friend. Because me and her have been, I talk to her more than I talk to anybody in my family, any of my biological sisters, anybody, because I don't get along with half of my family. I don't talk to nobody in my family. Even before the homelessness thing, I didn't deal with my family like that. 'Cause, some family drama, things happen within the family that I didn't agree with throughout the years. So I was always the lone wolf, right? I was always the black sheep of the family. Nobody liked it me, right? I got in trouble when I was a juvenile. I got in trouble one time, got my life together, and I was fine. So people in the family think that they're better than me because, oh, she's this, she's that. But one thing I always had was my own stuff. I never had to go into the family to ask nobody for nothing. I always stood on my own 2 feet and always survived, like I'm doing right now, like she doing right now. When people think that you down bad, they think you down bad and you ain't got no other way to get out. They think you ain't got nobody. Honey, I didn't have strangers do more things for me than anybody in my blood unit has ever done for me in my 45 years of living. I've had people on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere, strangers that don't know me from Sam, that gave me money, that donated to causes. I didn't even ask for money. I have people that don't know me that help me out. So what family are we talking about? What family are we speaking of? Because I don't have a family. But my niece, if you wanted me out of your house, you could have been woman to woman and came to me like, listen, because she got kids, right? So I know she would go to her kids and talk about me because her kids are like teenagers now. And this was like 2 years, a year and a half ago or whatever. Almost 2 years. Because when I got evicted, I went right to her house because she was like, you could come stay with me. Oh, just give me this amount of money in rent and we're cool. And then when I stayed with her, I noticed like 2 weeks in, she was already acting like she was pissed off that I was there. So I kind of knew where we was headed, like where we was going with that. I felt the energy. She is the type of person that when she mad about you or something, it's going to show. She can't hide her feelings or how she feel about you. So I knew she didn't want me around no more because she was just treating me like that. But, I had nowhere else to go, so I had to just endure. But one day, before me and her really had the blowout, one day I had to speak up. I had to say something to her. Very respectfully, I knocked on the door and I said, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Went in the room. We chopping it up. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little bit of energy off you that don't feel so great. I'm feeling this way. Oh, no, everything's okay. Everything's good. Yeah, don't worry. Lies, 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 lies. I knew she was lying because she's a big liar anyway. But I left her house. But she's supposed to have been my family, but you called the cops on me. You called the police. You thought the cops was going to drag me out, what, by my ears? Like, you thought the police was going to drag me out of your house by the ears? Like, she thought the cops was going to evict me. The police came there and said, well, we don't evict people. You have to go to court for that. She was mad about that. And I was going to stay in the house to torture her, right? I could have stayed in there and just lived off the land. Because if she would have locked me out, I would have just called the cops and said, hey, I live here. She put me out in the street. But I didn't want to be petty because I knew eventually we was going to go to blows. Because she would have put her hands on me. It would have just been on and cracking. But I left her house. I think I left her house in the beginning of May. I think I left like the end of April. One of my girlfriends said, hey, I got an extra room in my house because, people need money. People need money. And if they got an extra room in their house, people gonna make that money. Some people need to have people in their house because they need the money for their bills, right? So one of my girlfriends ended up saying, hey, you can come stay with me because her husband had passed away. So it kind of worked out with that, and I stayed with her for a little bit of time, and then me and her went to blows. And I know it seems like, oh, well, what kind of person are you? Sometimes things just don't work out. It's the fact that, oh, you must have been doing some bad stuff. I didn't do anything inside anyone's house because I needed somewhere to stay. So I'm not going to be doing something to get myself put out. But over time, when you stay with people, they really don't want you there. You can start feeling that energy. And then when you feel the energy and then my energy starts mixing, then, you act like you don't want me there. So then I kind of start ignoring you a little bit. So when I went to go stay with one of my girlfriends, and I left my niece's house and went to go stay with my girlfriend. And she wasn't even really my girlfriend. She was more so like somebody I worked with for years. Her husband passed away because he was sick. Her husband died, and she had an extra room in her house, and she was struggling to pay her bills. So she was like, "Oh, this worked out perfect." I was like, "Okay." And I had my own room, and she had a condo. It was a nice little setup, but she had her ways too. I didn't know her until I lived with her, and I'm sure they have their own side of their story to tell about me. But I know I wasn't in none of their houses doing what I wanted to do. I was always working. I was always out of the house at least 10 hours out of the day. 5 days a week, I worked full time. So I was never there. And even on my days off, I made sure that on my days off, I stayed out most of the day to just give you time, whatever. And I'm paying rent on these places. I shouldn't have to stay away. And I'm not saying I stayed away because they told me to. I just try to give them a little bit of time. If you want to chop it up with your family and not have to see my face, cool. But I will guarantee you from the rest of my days on this earth, I will get myself together and I will not ask nobody for a thing ever again. Don't ever live with nobody. Shoot, go to a shelter, do what you have to do to get along because it just never works out. Everything is fine the first month or so. But then when you start seeing how people truly are and how they move, and like my niece, she would smoke weed in the house. She would smoke weed in her room. She didn't care the fact that her kids was inhaling the weed smoke. She didn't care that she had people in the house inhaling the weed. So she gave no, she cared. She didn't care. She used to be really mean and nasty to her kids. She used to say mean things to one of her daughters, like cussing her daughters out in front of us. And I was like, that's you wrong for that. If you got a problem with your kid, if your kid did something, one thing you never do to your child is embarrass them in front of company. I don't care if I am auntie. Don't do that to your children because I would never do it. You don't embarrass a child. But it's funny because my mom used to do the same thing to us when we was kids. Embarrass your child to another stranger. That's not right. But it's a lot of things that she did. But what can I say? I'm living with you. Oh, wow. That's crazy. It's just you and ChatGPT nowadays. What you mean is this me and ChatGPT? What do you mean? Girl, I've been through so much hell. That's my testimony though. So yeah, my family, I don't deal with my family like that. I'm a lone wolf. And I'm okay with it. But like I said, I would never go live with anybody again. I'm gonna get this together and I'm gonna get me a place at some point, but I'll never ever do that again. Cause you living with family, and my niece, she became so loving, and she was so like, "Oh, I got you, I got you. I don't want to see you out here." Cause I didn't want to. And the funny thing was, in the beginning when I had the eviction, I didn't even want to stay with her because I kind of knew, because everybody in the family used to talk about her. Oh no, you don't want to stay with her. She got her ways. And I was like, wow, damn, this is what y'all talking about. I see what people are saying now. She had her ways, and she did. And it was crazy because she was my niece, and I loved her. I had family love for her. Had love in my heart for her, but it was sad because she was going to her kids talking about me because one of her daughters, her oldest daughter, used to come downstairs and just walk right past me. She would walk right past me and not say good morning, auntie, or good morning. She would walk right on past me. So that's how I knew that my niece was talking about me to her kids. So she would have her kids. She's so petty. I mean, some women could be so petty and so act like 2 year olds. You don't even know how to act like an adult. You act like a petty little child. So, it is what it is. I'm doing good. I'm doing better than I ever did in a long time. You know what I'm saying? People think they throw you away and they do all these things, and they consider it to be your family. This is why I don't bother with nobody in my family. I'm a lone wolf. But the funny thing is, they watch me on social media though. They be on my Facebook page looking at my stories. They watching me, baby. But won't pick up a phone call to see how I'm doing. How you doing? I just want to hear your voice. Or my family don't give a crap about me, and that's why I'm cool. I'm cool with them. I'm cool on that. I really don't care at this point in my life if I ever see any of y'all jokers again. I'm cool on that. So I come here and I talk about my story, and I don't give a damn who come here and listen. Please don't come here and try to tell me how I should be running my channel, what I should be talking about. This is my life, and I'm going to share what I want to share about my life. This is not a made up facetious story. This is my real life. This is the real deal, Holyfield. This is for real. This is for real. But I hope this person did not get into my parking spot. Like seriously, that's okay because you're gonna be blocked in now. Okay, these people, man. Um, this is the real deal, Holyfield, and yeah, I've been through the ringer. But I don't come up here and talk about like I'm some perfect person and I've never done anything in my life wrong before, but I know I never harmed anybody. Like I never harmed my family. I never harmed them. They just have their ways. And this is why I'm a lone wolf. And I'm okay with it. Me and Chad have a good thing going on. Oh hey, what's up, Half Susie? Sorry, I was talking, I couldn't really read the comment. Chad is the only one who don't be tripping. Chad is the only one who don't be tripping. I'm just talking about my life. On the road. Yeah, Burger King is better than McDonald's. My condos burst, and my baby cousin invited me to stay with her until my pipe are repaired. And the first and last, her lights and water was on notice to be off. Oh my God, I know times is hard, man. And when you, my niece was telling me that she was just going through some tough times. You know, we all go through tough times. I don't know what somebody been through, but you know, family can't even stick together nowadays. Family can't stick together. Family can't even we are your family. Yeah, I appreciate that. I had more love from strangers than I had from my own kin folks, and that's okay. I'm definitely past all of that now, but I still do talk about it just to encourage someone else because there's a lot of people out here going through that family stuff, the loss. You know what I'm saying? The family. Oh my God, I went through the worst seasons of my life, and I can't believe my family treated me this way. I can't believe my family this, and I get it because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing amazing now. Like, look at me now, man. I came a long freaking way. I came a long way. And some people be trying to tell me, like, what I should be doing, how I shouldn't be thinking about that no more. Like, you let people heal how they want to. It takes time for people to get over stuff. And no, I'm not living every day thinking about my family, but I just continue to tell my story. I just continue to tell my story about what I'm going through. And what I've been through because some people come here and they be so happy like, oh man, I'm so glad that I found your channel because you're sharing what you're going through. Now I'm going through something similar, and just let them know like you can get through it, man. No matter what it is, you can get through it. You really can get through it. Whatever it is, you can get through it. The hard times, the whatever, you're gonna get through it. And I'm glad. And I told y'all when I was homeless and I stayed in my car for those 30 days, I'm glad I shared my story with the world. I'm glad that I shared my story with the world. And I don't care what people come here and try to say. I get trolls every day. They try to come here and tell me what I should be doing, what I should be saying. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about that no more. This is my channel, right? We get to speak our own speak. We get to say what we want to say on our own channel. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I opened up my mouth and I continue to speak. You know, ChatGPT is more helpful than family nowadays. Yeah, I love ChatGPT. Listen, Half Swizzy, I be at work, right? Sending my emails through ChatGPT, getting emails and stuff at work. I be sending them through ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT faithfully. However, she talked about me like a dog. Oh, wow. As a flight attendant, I could have picked up shifts and stayed in hotels on the company's dime. Oh, wow. Dang. Oh, no, that's not Half Swizzy. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I was talking to Half Swizzy. More helpful than family nowadays. Family don't have time to listen to you or just don't care anymore. Yeah, we just not living in those times anymore, man. No one gives a damn. So, and I still love my family and everything, but they really showed me during my whole 2 years of me being kind of out here. So I live in transitional housing now. I found this little thing, this little roommate situation. And my family is so funny because they still try to stalk me on Facebook. Like I still see them watching my stuff. Like, what are you watching me for? You won't even pick up the phone and say, hey, you dead or alive? Like, they don't give a damn, but they definitely be watching me. And they probably listening right now. I would have paid all the bills and rent. However, she talked about me like a dog. As a flight attendant, I could have picked up shifts and stayed in hotels. Yeah. Yeah. But she the one, like, I was staying with her, but I knew the energy, her attitude, and then me being in my feelings about her stuff, I was going to feel some type of way. So I had to shut up. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be living in a White House, living like, I don't want to ever feel like I'm not wanted somewhere. Because if I'm not wanted here, I need to find somewhere else to freaking go. You know what I mean? And like I said, what goes around comes around. She down now, but she won't be down forever. You know, things for my life now is getting better because I'm working. I'm doing what I need to do to get out of my situation, right? I'm doing better every day. Like, I'm in transitional housing now. I have a place. I have a roof over my head. It's not the best place in the world, but it's better than nothing. So I already know how it's going to happen, how those chips are going to fall, because when I get myself together, there's going to be somebody in my family that's going to need some help. And they're going to be like, can you help me? Oh, can I help you? Are you asking me for shelter now? And when I was homeless for 2 years, like, people going to start falling off and they're going to be looking for me to help them. It hurts my feelings that I don't know she was jealous of me. She had 3 babies and I had 0 babies. Yeah, man, it's so sad with the families. I don't even. That's not. They're not my family no more. Like, I don't affiliate. I don't. But I see people watching me on social media all the time. Family members come and watching me, but they don't pick up the phone to see if I'm dead or alive. Like, but they watch though. They're silent watchers, and this is how stupid they are. They don't even know I know that they're watching me. Like, I know you're here. They're probably in the chat right now. I got 25 people watching me, but I know some of those people are probably my family because, like I said, my other YouTube channel, my family knew about that channel. So my old YouTube channel, people are finding me from that, and then they find this channel. So I guess YouTube recommends my new YouTube channel, and I think they found it, in which I really don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if they found it. If they found it, thank you for the view. Because I'm never gonna stop talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always share. I'm gonna always share. So I know they watching me. They watch my Facebook. They watch my Instagram. Everything I post, they looking. They just looking with the eyeballs. But they won't call your phone. They won't call your cell phone and say, "Hey, I just wanted to say I love you. I just want to see how you doing." Yeah, they got the eyeballs on me. Oh, I appreciate it. But yeah, I just share my story, share my journey. And some people say I come here and I'm crying about. Listen, I talk about my journey. So if people want to be here for this journey talk, they be here and they listen. If you don't want to listen to the journey talk, and I guarantee you, it's 22 people here watching me right now. Some of these people are people that I know. And when I say I know, are family members watching. Oh, she over there on YouTube talking about this now. I'm not putting up with no BS from my family. Yeah, they watching, eating their popcorn. Let them go talk, because guess what? None of them are doing a damn thing for me right now. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I'm still working, making some money off my YouTube channel, taking care of myself. So regardless of what the rumors are, what people got to say, and what they think they know, nobody knows anything about what I'm doing on the daily, except for whatever you see or hear on social media. That's all you got to go on. So go take that to the bank. Oh, she's on YouTube venting again. She's doing this. She's doing that. Hey, at least I get paid for it now, right? You can get paid for social media. Isn't that amazing? I think I'm doing something right. Yeah, he definitely is. He's definitely been blessing me. So, I'm in a good place. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud for how far I've come. And I just put out my testimony for somebody else that's going through the same. Because I get so many people come here and say, yo, I'm going through the same thing right now. Or I'm homeless and this and that. I say, listen, if you homeless, you're gonna make it. As long as you keep getting up every day, going to work, making your money. You got a car. It's a little bit easier when you homeless and got a car. You can stay in your car if you need to. So I built myself back up. Look at me now. I'm doing good. They be wanting me to be out here broke, busted, and disgusted. Seeing they want to see me in a ditch somewhere crying, strung out on drugs. That's what they want to see. That's what they want to see. They want to see you down and out. But guess what? I'm doing better. I'm better than I was 2 years ago. Because 2 years ago, I was in a gutter, damn near crying every day. So I'm doing so much better than I was. And I'm blessed be to God. God took me through the stages, you know? I had to go through this. You know what I'm saying? I lost, but I'm gaining back everything that I lost. Like everything is coming back. It's coming back 100-fold. Watch. You know? So whatever you go through in life, it's not going to be forever as long as you're taking those steps to get through it. And that's it. That's the end of the story. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can get through whatever it is that you having struggles with, whatever it is, but you have to want to go through it. You got to get through it. And I'm glad I talk about it. I speak about my pain. I speak about my hurt because I'm a talker. So, hey, we can talk on social media. That's what it's for, right? We're supposed to talk and communicate. But the trolls get me every time because they be like, yo, you talk too much. I'm like, well, you're here listening. So I thought YouTube was supposed to be for us to socialize and talk. But, you know, it is what it is. But I'm doing good, though. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of me. Proud of how far I've come. Thank you. I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm about to get out the car and go in the house and chill because I'm really tired. I'm exhausted. I went to ShopRite today. I got some avocados and stuff. Y'all know I love me some avocados, but the avocados are not going to be ripe for like another 2 or 3 days. So I had to let them ripen up. Let them avocados ripen up. And I gotta take them in, put them in. I don't put them in the refrigerator. I just put them on my dresser in my room. And in like 2 or 3 days, they're gonna be soft enough for me to eat them. I eat the avocados for breakfast and I eat them for dinner. I'll make like oodles and noodles, then I'll cut the avocado up, and I'll have the avocado. I love avocados, so. But I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for Goddess Wildred Speaks the Truth. Thanks for coming by. All right, Half Susie, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going to come on, but y'all know I go live every day. If I don't go live in the morning, I'll go live in the afternoon when I get off work tomorrow. I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.